We're back with another Game Pass grab bag. This week we're playing Jetpac Refuelled. Jetpac spelled with no K, Refuelled spelled with 2 L's.
What's up, noodles?
What's up? Just because, how are you, Bane? How are you today? Just because I thought it was interesting. Because I never heard of Jetpac before. It was originally released... The Jetpac Refuelled is a remake of a game called Jetpac that was originally released for the ZX Spectrum and Commodore VIC-20, or VIC-20, in 1983, and the BBC Micro in 1984. It's the first game to be released by Ultimate Play the Game, the company which later became Rare. And this is the remake of this game. This is the remake of that game. Sexy as usual. I'd expect nothing less from you, Bane. There's multiplayer? Okay, there it goes. Oh, or I can play the original game from 1983. Oh, I didn't even have to look up history. Before there was Rare, there was Ultimate, set up by entrepreneurial British brothers Tim and Chris Stamper. Ultimate hit the big time in 1983 with its first home computer titled Jetpac. Let's start with the retro to compare. And then we'll go, oh golly. And then we'll, is there, it's called Jetpac. I would assume there's some, oh, there's a jump. Oh, am I building the rocket? Oh, look at that. Dude, this came out in 1983. This is wild. Oh, we need fuel. I'm like legitimately impressed by this. What is that? Oh, I'm died. Oh, now I have to fill it. Okay. Oh. And you can, it has the Pac-Man walls. I was just thinking about how quiet it was. Although the music on the title screen was pretty dope. It doesn't look like our rocket made it very far. Okay. Let's try... Oh, this looks much different. Okay. At least there is audio. Oh, what? Oh, I must have got a power-up or something. The hell kind of rocket? That doesn't look right. That doesn't look like a properly put together rocket. Do the walls work? It's the future suddenly. We jumped forward. When was 2007? (1983 to 2007). That's how many years? I don't feel like doing math. It was 14. It was 25 years. That's exactly what I was thinking. Is there a timer on this? 25 years. Exactly what my brain said. Achievement unlocked. Alpha launch. I was getting set up. It said Francois was 10 gamer score ahead of me this month. Now we're all tied up. Does the jetpack not run out of fuel? I would have assumed it would. These look a lot cuter than the aliens from the second world on the first game. Oh, on the original game. Turned into Flappy Bird for a moment. Oh! Well, that... He was spawn camping. That's what that means, right? Ah. Dude, I love video game history, though. I've read and listened to so many and watched so many different like documentaries and books and whatever podcasts about video game history. Y'all need to leave my fuel alone. Get out of there. What does this do? Oh, that's the power up. I have a book up there right now, retro gaming. I can't see the rest of the title. But like I watched Video Game the Movie. Oh. That guy straight up killed himself. I love collecting retro stuff. I've said it on stream a few times, but I have an Atari 2600, a Sega Master System, 2 or 3, 2 or 3 Sega Genocide. Oh, not Genocide. CRPGs, like point and click. Is that what's the C? I've never heard CRPGs. Oh, so I was looking at not the screen. Computer RPGs. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. So you've played original Fallout? That's wild. I would love to. Computer version TTRPGs. Yeah, that makes sense. You like Cyberpunk? I have an NES. I told someone the other day I have an N64. That's not true. I do not have an N64. I mean, my wife does, but it's her brother is currently in possession of it. What else do we have? I mean, when do you stop considering a retro? We have 2 GameCubes. We have what happens if I beat this game? We have 2 GameCubes. We have... I do not have my Wii. I sold that to my grandparents a long time ago. But we do have a Wii U. Oh gosh. Am I out of lives? Level 4. I was gonna try to build it a different way, but I think that is actually how it's supposed to go. We have a Wii U. We have 3 Switches. Obviously not retro, but one or two Xbox 360s, two Xbox Ones. We have two PS2s, PS3, two PS4s, PS5, Xbox Series S. I like how you and I are just listing two separate things. Where do you stand on point and click adventures like King's Quest or Space Quest? Or also non-Sierra ones like why can't I think of it now? Whatever the first one is before Day of the Tentacle. What's the original Day of the Tentacle called now? House of Whorehouse? House of 1,000 Corpses. Monkey Island? The FMV ones? Oh, fudge. I love FMV just because I don't know that it ever really looked good. There's something to that style that is kind of charming and also kind of grating, and I kind of love it. What's that one FMV game that is like the one that everyone thinks of? It's oh, why can't I think of it? It's like House Break-In or something like that. Just the right amount of camp, you're right. House Break-In. Stupid. It's not what it's called. I don't know if that's even enough to tell you what I was thinking. Night Trap! That's the one I was thinking of. Night Trap. How did you get Night Trap from House Break-In? I mean, I appreciate you, but I'm also flabbergasted. Oh gosh. I've never played it. It's kind of on my list though. Accurate description. I mean, you're not wrong. I know there's like a lot of controversy around it, but I kind of have always wanted to play it. There's a podcast I used to listen to back when I had time for podcasts called How Did This Get Played? Which is essentially a ripoff of How Did This Get Made, the movie podcast, but it's about video games. And I don't think they did Night Trap, but they did stuff like Postal and Custer's Revenge and stuff like that. Harvester was born of controversy. I don't think I know that story. The Custer's Revenge episode was, I applaud them for releasing it. It was uncomfortable to listen to, because they did it for their Thanksgiving episode, and they invited a Native American games journalist to be the guest, and he's like, why? It's like, because I'm Native American, you thought I would want to talk about this game about raping Native American women? I mean, just talk about how racist that is, and you're like, you're right. But again, I applaud them for even releasing the episode, because they're like, no, you're right. This is kind of what's wrong with. This is how that game was even made. Hats. Oh gosh. Oh, here's a hat. What's up, Eagle? Oh no, I can't pause this. Oh shoot. Oh shoot, that's the wrong controller. Oh golly. What's up, Eagle? How are you? Again, new ship, guys. Hat. I'm just glad I had something other than that stupid dragon hat to throw on for once. I mean, I love it because it's funny, but it's so annoying. Although I kind of want another version of that dragon hat, but a chicken. I know they make them. I've seen them before, but I think that'd be amazing for my brand. Oh, did I die? Ah. New high score though. Oh, I can start from there? Hell yeah. Oh, suck. I was gonna say something rude. What were we talking about? Son of a banshee. Ah! Do they? Wow. That level 5 ain't no joke. Do they gather? Do they like gather around the fuel? Are they attracted to the fuel? Oh, we were talking about uncomfortable podcasts. That's not entirely true, but that's where we left off. Get up there. Appreciate there was a checkpoint and I'm not going to be playing the same 4 levels the entire stream. I thought I turned around fast enough. Oh, wait, when did I get more health? Or lives, rather. You wanna know how lame I am? I call this hat my emo hat. Because it's got the rings and the... Oh, you can't really see it. Well, it's probably covered up by my headset, but it's got, like, metal stitching. Oh, these guys are on the title screen. I'm starting to think this is one of those games that's The rule is always be blasting. Hey Eagle, you do game dev. Did you know that this game existed? How do you feel about video game history? Does it fascinate you as much as it fascinates me? Maybe when this streaming thing doesn't take off, I'll start a video game museum in Columbus or something and be the curator. I'd be down for that. That sounds fun as heck. It's my new retirement plan, guys. And it would have to be an interactive museum. This whole game I've been pressing the right bumper to use the jetpack, and for a split second I'm like, A is the jetpack button. It's the shoot button. Oh my golly. Level 6 though. How? Oh, do I? Okay. So every 5 levels there's a checkpoint. Speedrun. Do you guys know what what is considered to be the very first video game remake? It's not this. Sorry to say. Because honestly, playing that little bit of the original Jetpack, this is a great remake. Actually, this is a great remake in general because it allows you to play the original. And it gives you history. There's a whole history tab, and it has an achievements menu, which they don't put in games anymore. They're just like, figure it out. Go use the system menu to figure out what the achievements are. And it has multiplayer? You know what's something cool that, I died? Jeez. Nintendo Switch Online does, that I don't think Game Pass does, is it gives online multiplayer to their retro games. Like, you can play Super Mario Kart online. I think that's super dope. Super. Or Mario Kart 64. Now we just gotta get them to put GoldenEye on there, which they won't because of licensing, but... Now what I really want, though, is them to do, like, Game Boy stuff on the Switch Online and do all the old Pokemon games. That would add so much value to that service. If I could play through like Gen 1, Gen 2 Pokemon through the online service. Almost to my high score. Dark side of Tethys. Oh, what is that? It doesn't look good for me, that's for sure. Was it tracking me, or am I just dumb and didn't move? Leave me alone. Okay, I can't destroy them. I wasn't sure for a second. Up here. Dactyl boondocks. I almost said Bondukes. What is that? It's deadly is what it is. You know what retro game I really want to play? Literally anytime I think of retro games is the 7-Up Red Spot game. Oh, these guys take multiple shots to kill. Cool spot, not red spot. What am I, stupid? Don't answer. Yeah, of course there's tiki aliens. Why not? Oh, what? There's power. First time I pressed a button that wasn't A or RB and it exploded everything. Callisto Station. Oh, we're playing Callisto Protocol? What? Dude, Callisto Protocol's looking good. Honestly though, Callisto Protocol is looking good. I'm gonna play that. It doesn't come out this year, does it? Not that I have money for it, but that would be a good spooky game. Whoop. Didn't know I could drop it, but here we are. I'm glad it's not one of those games where if I shoot the fuel, it explodes. Because I played games like that, Left 4 Dead, where you need to get the fuel, and if you accidentally shoot it, well, hopefully there's enough. Hopefully there's still enough. I did that when we were playing the mall level on stream. I accidentally shot some of the fuel, and I felt real upset about it. It's okay, y'all took the fuel and abandoned me anyway, so. Check out Spake Francois, Bane and I playing, Bane and me playing that game that I just mentioned, Left 4 Dead 2. How many of those do I have? Oh, do I have two more of those? What? Would have been great to know beforehand. Oh. Oh, but apparently what is considered to be the very first video game remake is Adventure for the, was it the Atari 2600? Which is a remake of the text-based Cave Adventure. Adventure, also the very first game to have an Easter egg in it. Back then, they didn't want to give devs too much credit. They weren't allowed to credit themselves. So one of the devs made a secret room that's just his name. No, did I lose? Arpegia succulus.
Stand by.
Oh. Oh. Y'all getting on my nerves. Oh. Something buzzed and I got distracted. Do I get a text or something? No. Francois is streaming. Well, I think I know who I'm going to raid later. Is that why Bane's not talking to me? It's fine. Oh, that does it too. Okay. Good to know. People always be popping in, making me put on hats and then leaving. No! Okay, I thought that was my last life. That was my last life. No, it wasn't. Haha. That was my last life. No, it wasn't. Haha. That was my last life. Oh, pick that up for sure. I've apparently started needing those. I'm gonna stick to the ABB method. Always be blasting. I was a little apprehensive about this game because it did come out in 2007, which, despite being a great year for games, was not the best year for remakes. Ah. Get out of here. Stop. Why's this level so hard? What do I have to get a 1-up? Because I think it's happened a few times already. Oh, gimme. Hello. I died. How are you? How are you, Eagle? Uh-oh. Good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm enjoying this game way more than I thought I would. I don't think you were here in the beginning. This is a remake of a game from 1983. It originally came out on the Commodore VIC or VIC or whatever it is. And the BBC Micro, I think, is what it said. Oh, oops, I guess I closed that tab. I am missing that from my collection. I was talking to Bane earlier. I've decided when the time comes and I can finally give up on my dream. I think it'd be cool to open up a video game museum here local to me. Be the caretaker or whatever. The curator. Because I love video game history. I don't want to walk around and talk about video games all day. This is my new retirement plan. So I need y'all to get me big enough, to make enough money, to buy enough systems to be able to start a museum. Yeah? It sounds so cool. It would have to be an interactive museum too. I think there's one in Japan. Because of course there would be. But there's none out by me. There's a place here in Ohio, specifically Columbus, Central Ohio, where it's called COSI. It's the Center of Science and Industry. It's a interactive science museum type dealy. Anyways, they did a video game week once, and they had a bunch of old video games, and I'm like, this is dope. Like, they had obviously OG Mario and like some arcade cabinets, and they had Donkey Kong, but then they also had like PS2, like Shadow of the Colossus, and like games that like had a big impact on the industry. Oh, that'd be a good place to look, wouldn't it? Really, any convention. There's a lot of anime conventions here. But I know a lot of times they'll sell like Japanese exclusive video games there. But it seems my family's intent to keep me trapped in this state. So, gosh darn it. Let me do something cool. You know? You know? Darn familial bonds. Oh yeah? I haven't gotten into VR yet. This is stupid, but I low-key waiting for VR to be like Sword Art Online. Like, I want to just be able to plug in and be in the game. But I know that if it ever happens, is way far off. And I've started seeing some VR games that I'm like, ooh, that actually looks pretty neato. But I just got my Steam Deck, so I'm not allowed to buy anything right now. Especially because, like, there's very little reason for me to... Well, A, I can't stream off it. I don't have the dot. B, I have a PC, so it'd be kind of dumb to stream off of it. But the reason that matters is anything I stream, I can write off as a business expense. That's true. You know, I wonder if it would work. There's a pause. Let me check something real quick. I have this off-brand Switch dock right here. Would it fit? It's probably too thick. Yeah, I think it's just too thick. Lame. That would have been cool. Oh, I just dropped my controller. Because... Well, also, wait, is that even the right spot for it? No, it's not. There's nothing down there. Nobody tell my wife. just dropped $600 on the ground. The only thing on the bottom part is spot for micro SD. The actual port is up here, so that wasn't going to work anyways. Okay, let's put that away before I break it. It's okay, my son dropped it on the ground from a much higher distance, not even an hour after I unboxed it. Son of a bad word. To be fair, he was trying to keep it safe. I had it on my bed, and he was jumping on my bed. So he put it up on a shelf or something. But he didn't put it up there very well, so it fell off. But I appreciate him trying to make it so he wasn't jumping on my Steam Deck. Son of a bad word. No high score yet, but I think this might be the farthest I've gotten so far. Lepus Lapatus? Sounds like Lapis Lazuli. Oh, have they? That's good to know. Is it like a 30-day warranty or something? I mean, I ain't gonna try and break it and find out, but it's good to know that they are potentially replaceable. A few years warranty? That's dope. I'm mad because like a day before I got my Steam Deck, and this happened when I got my PS4 also, they started saying, I started seeing articles about a Steam Deck 2. I'm like, boy, don't. It's like the day after I bought my PS4, I saw articles about the PS5. What? Yeah, if it's gonna be years. Yeah, it's gonna be years before. That's even the article was saying, like, don't worry, like, essentially just admitting that their headline was clickbait. They're like, this is going to be a long time, but it sounds like there's already ideas. Robo Rocket. And Valve employees said it would maybe be cloud game based. What, the second one? Steam Deck 2? I think cloud gaming has a... I think it's going to do really cool things for the gaming industry. I don't know that we're quite there, quite where we need to be yet with cloud gaming, though. Because there were old rumors about the Switch saying it's going to be strictly a cloud-based gaming system. I don't think we're there yet. I think it's coming, but I don't think we're there yet. Oh, one more. No, was that... Get out of my way. Oh, I thought he got me. Oh. The Sea of Tranquility. Steam Deck actually has ray tracing. Oh, really? Dude, the Steam Deck gets hot. I mean, it's probably the most powerful handheld in the world. So no duh, it's gonna get hot. And it was only running at like 70, I think, when I checked it. I think it's 70 Celsius or something. I don't know. But I saw a bunch of people online being like, yo, if it's not consistently above 90, you're fine. But I'm like, wow, this is... I wasn't expecting it to get that warm, I guess. Because I'm used to the Switch, which can get warm, but not like computer warm, you know? And it's kind of loud. The fan's kind of loud. But again, it gets hot. And it's kind of a small thing. I gotta do the best they can. I think it's a win, though. Poor Valve has been trying to make a console for like a decade or two now. The amount of Steam boxes that they've tried... I'm not that Valve needs a win, but I'm happy to see them have a win with hardware. Yeah. Right, exactly. Well, even when it's not a AAA game, though, it's just the GPU. The GPU is so powerful, and the CPU, but the GPU is so powerful for such a tiny little thingy. I mean, relatively tiny. It just gets warm. Just don't put it on your face or genitals. I think you'll be okay. Ooh, that'd be a good call. I have the Nathan Drake collection. I played it long enough to find a Jak and Daxter precursor in the first game, and then never played it again. Just, the controls weren't what I was wanting, and I just wasn't in the best headspace when I played it, and so I never picked it back up. Like a loser. But it's on my list. What I want to do is get some emulators on the Steam Deck. I was just thinking today, I'm like, ooh, I want to play Sly Cooper. And I don't know where my copy is. So I want to get a PS2 emulator and play Sly Cooper. Oh, yeah. I also, okay, I'll do that. Let me write that down somewhere. Notepad. Right. Do it. Dope. Configure them for performance. I also was looking, there's a thing to download. There's a million tutorials. But I want to get the Epic Game Store on my Steam Deck just because I have so many free games on there. It'd be wild not to utilize that. Yeah, I believe it. they give out free games like it's nobody's business. And I mean, they own Fortnite, so they can afford to do so. But and they're competing with Steam, which is arguably still the king. So I understand why they're doing it, but man, that's a wild business model. Because you don't even need a subscription. It's just like, here you go. Also, I laughed. There's an old video where this girl is talking about, I laughed because you said pounds, because, you know, UK. There's an old video where this girl is talking about how Jupiter, or how England is closer to Jupiter, and that, so their gravity is heavier, and that's why everything is in pounds. Tomb Raider, I have it all on PlayStation, so, but I mean, if I want to play on Steam, but I might stream it someday though, so I don't know. Run. Someone was buying her games. She was like trying to get them to buy games for her, and he's like, oh, but it's like 70 pounds or something like that. And she's like, well, why is it so heavy? And then she's like, oh, well, it's because they're closer to Jupiter. She thought he was saying it's too heavy to ship, not that it's too expensive to buy. Did they really? They're wild. Trauma at Taiko. Taiko Waititi. But now, ever since seeing that video years ago, anytime I see someone say use pounds for money, I can't help but think about that. And it was hard because when I discovered Doctor Who as a nerdy American, I got way into British culture and started looking up a bunch of British YouTubers and practicing British accents, as embarrassing as that is. I don't know if I can get up there, dude. Stupid. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't get up there without a bomb. What? That's awesome. What? Was it bigger on the inside? It was not bigger on the inside? Is it not? I always assumed that the TARDIS was just like, from a practical point, I always assumed it was just 3 walls that butted up to a set. Is it legitimately just a blue box? And I guess that'd be a cheaper way to do it. Oh, that's almost disappointing. I guess for cameras that makes sense. But you could easily just have a camera on the outside and a camera on the inside and put the two shots together. And they're essentially doing that anyways. Did you get to go to the actual room? Or just the box? And which TARDIS was it? If you did get to go to the room. Was it Capaldi? Was it Tennant? Was it Smith? Was it Whitaker? I forget the new guy's name. I also am not 100% sure how to pronounce his name, so I don't want to get it wrong. 13th. So Jodie Whittaker. That's a good TARDIS. I kind of like the grungy... Well, I guess I forgot to mention Eccleston. Eccleston. Not Eccleston. That's a good TARDIS. It was clean. It was a lot cleaner than, like, Tennant's TARDIS. I kind of like the grungy look of his TARDIS, though. I don't think I ever finished Whitaker. I don't know if I ever finished her run. It just ended, I know, but I think I'm missing like a season or two, or series, or however it is. That's the thing that's always confused me, between the UK and America, is all our shows are a series with multiple seasons, and then I don't know if I want to say it because I don't want to be wrong, but instead of seasons, you guys use series, right? Like, instead of season 3, it's series 3, right? Am I horribly wrong? Am I stupid? I mean, I am, but... Ooh. And there's a Doctor Who, Lego Dimensions, thing, and I've never even looked at Lego Dimensions until I found that out. Yeah, serious. See, that's always confused me. I'm like, it's still the same series, guys. But I mean, I guess it's not that big a deal. Son of a bee. So, okay, if instead of seasons you use series, because like I was saying, the whole show in America would be a series, and then it'd be split up in different seasons. So, if you use series instead of seasons, what would the whole show be? Would it also be a series? Would it be a series of series? Drop the fuel leacher. You don't know? In the UK, they're just like, oh no, it's just a shout, I guess. Don't think that hard about it. It's what it is. Oh, new ship! Oh no, it's back to the original ship. I kind of liked the robot. If you don't mind, whereabouts in the UK are you? Are you in England or... Oh, right here, testing my geography. I never took a geography class. England, Wales, Ireland is still there, right? And Scotland? I know when Brexit was happening, they're like, some of them were like, I don't know. Is that a more American thing too, is watching a ridiculous amount of TV? It feels like it would be. Oh. Tharsis, thrombosis.
Stand by.
I don't really watch much TV anymore. I'll watch a couple series here and there on streamings, but just you're just the odd one out. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm always fascinated by other countries and cultures. Like, I love that there's a big, like, essentially rivalry in the world between Bollywood and Hollywood. And they make two very different types of movies. It's on my bucket list to visit England. Well, really the whole UK. Except maybe Wales. Although they did do a decent amount of filming for Doctor Who in Wales, so maybe Wales. Should visit the UK or Wales? I mean, I know. They do have a cool flag, which is probably reason enough to visit them. Uh-oh. Wales is kind of boring. Yeah, it's on my bucket list. I love Europe. I mean, I guess the UK is not really part of Europe anymore, is it? Because Brexit. But well, I guess it's still part of Europe, just not the European Union. And continentally, it's still Europe. Geographically, it's still Europe. But I've been to Germany, I've been to the Czech Republic, and I've been to Austria as far as Europe goes. Gosh darn it. And I loved them. Although I would love to spend more time in Germany. I went on like a European tour in high school for my high school orchestra. And we went to those places, but we were only in Germany for a couple hours because we landed in Munich, got off the bus, and immediately went to Dachau, the concentration camp. And then we left, then we went to Salzburg. Which I am incredibly appreciative of the opportunity to be able to have done that. But I would like to spend more time in Germany. I'm like 75% German. That might be a little high. I'm German, Irish, Native American, and probably some other stuff. But those are like the main ones. Especially German and Irish. My grandma's main name is Brian. And when that part of the family came over here, it was shortened from O'Brien. And then her stepfather was Klaus Hermann. The very German spelling, 2 R's and 2 N's. And his sister and brother-in-law over there are Gabi and Helmut. And Helmut is a Lufthansa pilot. Which, anytime I've told an American that, they immediately think I mean Luftwaffe. And I'm like, no. No. That's not what I said. He was a Nazi. Nope. Well, maybe. I've never met him, but nope, that's not what I said. But the UK is on my list. Italy's on my list. Greece is on my list. Even though they've been having a rough time lately. Weirdly enough, Russia's on my list. Just because they're like, they're so like the opposite of America in a lot of ways. I think it'd be really interesting. Maybe after things calm down, though, if they do in my lifetime, hopefully. I didn't have any want to visit the Ukraine before all this stuff going down, but now I kind of have a little bit of a morbid curiosity. No, get it. I wonder how my levels are on this.
Stand by.
I have a friend in Denmark. No, is he in Denmark? This is a nightmare. Look at all the Daleks. Where is he? No, he's not. Well.
Stand by.
Oh man, I told you I never took a geography class. Where is Denmark? That's its own thing, right? Denmark. No, that's its own thing. No, he is in the Netherlands. Stupid. I've technically been to the Netherlands. I was in Amsterdam for a layover on my way home from that European trip. My stupid classmates. Bunch of big old pothead came out of the plane going, "It smells so good in here. It smells so good here." I'm like, we're in an airport, stupid. Doesn't smell like anything. Although, Amsterdam airport, really cool airport. Really good McDonald's. Lots of bubbles. It's weird. There's a bubble dude hanging out. Felt like I was in a mall. I want to go to Vietnam because my grandpa who just passed fought in Vietnam. I think that could be cathartic. Okay. You know, I've been having a lot of fun with this, but I'm surprised how slow time is going by. There's a lot of times where I find a game surprisingly fun, look over and be like, wow, my stream's over? I'm only a little over halfway. Could also be because kids have been a lot lately, and I've gotten better with it, but for the longest time, I would always feel so guilty when I would stream and just not be there to help my wife. But she's like, no, do it. And I'm like, okay. But I still feel a little like, gotta get through this. Maybe that's because I'm not making a lot of money doing it. Because I never really felt that when I was working like a real, I want to say 9 to 5, but it wasn't. It was... yeah. Yeah, I would recommend Wives. They're pretty enjoyable. I don't have anywhere to go from there. I thought I did, but it's gone, if there was anything. I have said it before on stream, always kind of jokingly, but it's really true that streaming is an excuse for me to carve out time to play video games. Video games are so much of, like, I don't know, they're so weirdly important to me. Like, maybe an unhealthy amount. That I, like, need to play video games. And anytime I cancel a stream, it immediately, like, triggers my depression. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Facebook's withholding money from me right now, so I'm getting a little upsetty with that. I was getting paid monthly from Facebook for the clips I upload. You have to make at least $100 a month to get a payout, and I was doing that. I missed 1 month. I only got like 30. But after August, I think it ended August 13th. I was supposed to get almost $200. And since that date has passed, I can no longer track my progress in the Reels bonus program. All the history's gone. It's not tracking any further progress. And my payouts, I can see the history of my payouts, but so I have like $200 just gone. And Facebook is impossible to get a hold of. And I'm pretty sure that's by design. I'm about to get a Oculus and jump into the metaverse and virtually strangle the Zuck. Oh, was that my last like fudge?
Stand by.
Anyone ever see the movie The Social Network with Mark Zuckerberg with Jesse Eisenberg? So I actually really enjoyed that movie. I remember very little about it. And I mainly saw it because of Jesse Eisenberg, because I was a huge Jesse Eisenberg fan because of Zombieland. I don't dislike Jesse Eisenberg now, necessarily. Just don't watch it out. He hasn't really come out with that much, I don't think. What was the last movie Jesse Eisenberg was in? $30 minutes or less? Zombieland 2, probably. It's at least the last one I saw him in. It's still messing with me that the jetpack button is the right bumper and not A. It's climbing Olympus Moms. What? I don't think they're... It's Olympus Mons, isn't it? Whoop, whoop. Uh-oh. I accidentally... I'm always scared I accidentally close Twitch while I'm streaming. Like, did I just break it? Did I just break my stream? Okay. Isn't it Olympus Mons? Olympus... Yeah, Mons, not Moms. Stupid. What was it? Jesse Eisenberg latest movie. Yes. Duel with Karen Gillian and Aaron Paul. I guess he's in that. Maybe? When you finish saving the world. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Wild Indian Resistance, and then double tap. Zombieland 2. Double tap. Jesse needs to reprise his role in a dystopian cyberpunk sequel called The Metaverse. Oh, I would love that. I don't think they're going to make it, but I would love that. Bane, start writing the script. I'll get Jesse Eisenberg on the phone. We go way back. I went to school with his son. And there was a kid in my school who we'd call him Columbus because he looked so much like Jesse Eisenberg. Well, Columbus was one of the many things we called him. We also called him Pikachu. Rabbit Chewmonk bobblehead was one of his personal least favorite ones. That's why it's the one I remember. Out of spite. Every year I'll be like, yo, what's up? Happy birthday, Rabbit Chewmonk bobblehead. And he's like, how do you remember that? Stop, please. I thought I blocked you. Credit scene is Mark Zuckerberg tied up in a closet revealing that he's been replaced with a robot clone. He's been replaced with a robot clone, and but he's still a lizard person. The real one is still a lizard person. The robot clone is also a lizard person. A robot lizard person. Just to make it authentic. Honestly, it doesn't even have to be dystopian cyberpunk for him to become the villain. Just what's happened since Social Network to now. There's even a court scene. Okay, would he be the hero or the sidekick? Tom from MySpace. He'd be like the rival. But like the rival who's already lost. The Social Network 2 Battle Royale.
Stand by.
The uneasy ally. Yes. Oh, it writes itself. Tom's John Connor. I only vaguely understand that reference. The only Terminator movie I've seen is the one with Shia LaBeouf. More like Tom Connor. Am I right? Am I right? Tom? Just like my first Indiana Jones was the Shia LaBeouf. I fixed that though. I love Indiana Jones. I don't know what my favorite is though. I think Raiders has the best story. I think Last Crusade is the most fun. And I think Temple of Doom is the most, like... I don't know, I really like Temple of Doom, but it's the darkest one. I don't know if I have a favorite. I think Temple of Doom is the reason PG-13 exists in the US. So they're like, it's not dark enough for R. But like, dude ripped out a beating man's heart, or a man's beating heart. I can't really say that's PG. No, I'm not thinking of Transformers. Although Shia LaBeouf wasn't that as well. Is there not a... I've been saying for years there's a Shia LaBeouf Terminator. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Shia LaBeouf Terminator. Okay, I'm on his wiki. Television, movies. Was he really not in a Terminator movie? Am I insane? Am I insane? There's Transformers, there's Indiana Jones. It would have to be around that time. Am I insane? What Terminator did I see? I think it was Salvation. This is blowing my mind, guys. I think it was Salvation. Just very specifically for me. You're not wrong. The LaBeouf effect. You know, I remember when Nelson Mandela died, and I had said something about it to my dad, and it's like, Nelson Mandela's been dead for years. I'm like, no, he hasn't. He just died. That was the very first time I realized I had encountered the true Mandela effect. He's like, there were newspaper articles about it. I'm like, no, you're wrong. Yeah, I know. I know that's why it's called that, but that was the first time I ever experienced it, I guess, but like from the other side. The one that gets me all the time, though, is the Berenstain Bears. Or, I guess, Berenstain Bears. It's not what it was in my universe. That's one of the theories for the Mandela effect, is that there's like a mirror universe. And that sometimes they cross just enough for there to be inconsistencies. Other people say that the Mandela effect is proof of time travel. And the butterfly effect. The Mandela effect proves the butterfly effect. I could get behind that. Speaking of which, since we talked about the namesake for the Mandela effect, do you know the namesake for, like, where the butterfly effect came from? What book it came from? What book created the butterfly effect? It was the butterfly effect, starring is it Ashton Kutcher? Oh, this whole Shia LaBeouf thing is really messing with me. I'm questioning everything. It was is it The Sound of Thunder? Is that what it's called? Where they go back in time to hunt dinosaurs? They're like, don't stay off, do not leave the path. They leave the path and step on a butterfly. It causes a whole bunch of problems. They would take like big game hunters back into prehistoric times to hunt dinosaurs, but they would like figure out right before the dinosaurs were gonna die anyways, so they could kill them and it would cause little to no effect to the timeline. Like, this thing's gonna die anyways, you can kill it. And I mean, sure, there's lots of dinosaurs, but eventually you're gonna get through all of them. It might take centuries. But eventually, you won't be able to do it. And then what? Do you start going back to right before you took someone to kill the dinosaur? And then if you do it, then that messes up that part of the timeline. And then it's just a bad business model. If you could time travel, would you? I would. But, well, actually, I don't know if I would, because I believe in the multiverse theory of time travel. It's like the only thing I can think of that wouldn't cause a paradox. That if you time travel, you do not return to your previous time. You are effectively dead in that time. Your universe continues without you. You instead return to a universe in which you did time travel. And it might be exactly the same. But it might not. You do not return to the, what do they call it in Loki? The sacred timeline. You've branched off. You've become you've deviated from the sacred timeline. You're a deviant. You return to a timeline where it always was the Berenstein Bears. It always will be. Guys, I'm struggling. It's getting a little bit annoying not getting past level 17 or whatever. Okay, it's time to focus. Ow! I'm not gonna make this one. There's too many fuel. So there's 2 fuel cells left, but there's too many. I'm not gonna make it. Not with 1 life. There it is. Oh gosh. Should we try a multiplayer? No games fan. Okay. No, I didn't. I don't want to go to the first level. Kind of wild to me that, like, out of any potential, like, alien thing they could have made, one of them was tikis. Like, I don't know what the likelihood of alien tikis are. I guess decently high, right? I mean, we have tikis. Do you believe in aliens? There is a correct answer. I personally believe that there has to be aliens. I think, you know, there's like an infinite amount of planets and stars and solar systems and whatever. The likelihood of us being the only sentient life in the universe is A, super narcissistic, B, ridiculously improbable. Now, have aliens ever made it to Earth? I don't know. Is there any sentient life that's progressed as far as humans? Are there any that have progressed beyond humans? I don't know. Maybe they're all amoeba. I don't know. But they have to exist. Are they in our solar system? It's not seeming like it, but that's not even entirely true because we found bacteria on Mars. Frozen bacteria, but bacteria nonetheless. Ouchie, wow, wow.
Stand by.
You ever wondered why in Star Wars there's, you know, like, there's Gungans and there's the Hutts aren't called Hutts, it's a family name, but like that's not their species. But there's like Gungans, there's I think of any other alien species in Star Wars right now. Or whatever Thrawn species is. God dang it, I suck. There's Wookiees! There's one. There's I don't know. Anyways, there's all these different alien species, but then also there's all these humans. Apparently, it's canon that way before Star Wars, there was a planet sort of like Earth where humans came from. And humans just started traveling. Then they started pollinating. Humans are a virus. They just come in, whether or not they're wanted, and populate. Like, Nubians weren't a thing before that. It was pretty much all Gungans. And then a lot of the humanoid aliens, some of them just evolved similarly. Some of them are inbred. Like, not inbred. They're the products of aliens breeding with humans. Okay. You know what? I think I'm done. It's like 12 minutes early. But I'm not making any progress anymore. And we still got to do the grab bag. That was fun. I don't think I'm going to play it ever again. But this is a Game Pass grab bag, which means every week I come in here to the full Game Pass library. Go over to this button, it says surprise me. And I let Game Pass decide what we're going to play each week. The only rules are it can't be a game I've already played. Can't be a game I'm already planning on playing. And it can't be a collection of games. With all that said, next week we will be playing Fallout New Vegas. That's kind of wild. Okay, yeah, install that. Wait, go back. Shoot. Here, I'll search it. I mean, that I feel like I don't need to. But is there a trailer? No. Experience all the sights and sounds of fabulous New Vegas, brought to you by Vault Tech, America's first choice in post-nuclear simulation. Explore the treacherous wastes of the great Southwest from the safety and comfort of your very own vault. Meet new people, confront terrifying creatures, and arm yourself with the latest high-tech weaponry as you make a name for yourself on a thrilling new journey across the Mojave Wasteland. A word of warning, however, while Vault Tech engineers have prepared... Wild. Okay, I guess that's it. We're playing Fallout New Vegas next week. Wild. So we're done with Kingdom Hearts 2 and we're done with Stray. I might be streaming with Anthony on Wednesday, so it might be like Raft or Yu-Gi-Oh or something. I have to talk to him. If he cancels for some reason or can't do it, I'll be playing more As Dusk Falls, and I'm gonna rotate those between him and As Dusk Falls as we go. Friday, I believe it's Friday, I have plans and won't be streaming. But after that, I'm gonna put up a poll. We're getting close to spooky season, so the next Friday I stream will be September 16th, and that's pretty close to spooky season. So I'm going to put up a poll of spooky games I might play. Until then, is Francois still alive? I want to raid him. Yeah, he is. We're gonna raid Francois. He's playing Apex Legends. Let me shout him out for anyone not here live. For the YouTube peoples, shout out Francois. I need to start doing that with all.
There it is. There's the hospital. Maybe? Oh no, that's a park. That's a fucking city park, Francois. Do you know? Do you know the difference between a city park and a mental institution, Francois? No.
Oh,
what
I love him.
Fucking dunk.
I love him. Okay. Everyone say hi to him. And then please enjoy the rest of your day and or night. Please remember to be kind to one another. And I'll see everyone in the next one. Till then. Bye-bye.